Hello, welcome to another tutorial. For this tutorial, we are going to do table of content, right? So this is not just ordinary table of content. This is table of content that is automatically generated. So you can change the pages that you have later. Okay, say for example you have 40 pages, and if you change one of the pages to another page, for example, then this table of content can be automatically updated so that it will show the proper pages for that particular item that you moved, right? So first of all, okay, this is Adobe InDesign. um, in order to create multiple pages, usually designers will use Adobe InDesign instead of Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop. The reason is simply because Adobe InDesign able to handle multiple pages easily without having any performance issue. Um, for example, in this particular document that I have here, I actually have 40 pages, right? 40 pages, and it handles great. If you look at how I scroll it, how I zoom in, it handles the document really great, okay, really brilliantly without any sluggishness. Whereas if you were to use Adobe Photoshop or even Adobe Illustrator, in just 10 pages, you will feel that the performance is going to be slightly sluggish. The performance may be a little bit laggy, so you can't properly design in that kind of environment, right? But good thing about Adobe InDesign, you can handle multiple pages very easily. Even if you put around 100 pages, it still can handle the document pretty well, right? It also keeps the memory very low as well as compared to the Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator. So this is why professionals use Adobe InDesign in order to create multiple document like books, magazine, newspaper, and so on. Right, so this is a recap from what we have learned, right? So what we have learned on how to design logo, right? In previous lesson, we learned on how to design book jacket, which is like this, right? This is the book jacket. So what we did here, we designed the um, cover page of a book, but in particular, we designed a book jacket, which is the enclosed sheet of a book cover. So what I did, I just copy paste the logo, and then I just put it in the first page of the Adobe InDesign, right? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to create table of content, and for each of this item here, it will translate into the pages that we have here, so that it is easier later for you to organize your book, right? For example, what we have here in the under Act 1, Childhood Memories, is on page 6, and then I have Living with Crayons, page 7, Cartoon and Comics, page 10, Trip to the National Art Gallery, page 14. So we can jump to all these pages simply by going to this section here. You just click and then go to page 6 perhaps. So Childhood Memories is there. Okay, the chapter of Act 1, Child Memories. And then Living with Crayon is in page 7. And then Cartoons and Comics in page 10. It is similar, okay, to the table of content here. So this table of content is actually automatically generated based on the words that you put on pages that you have, right? So this is what we're going to do today. So first of all, what we need to do, or what you need to do, you need to go to File, New, and then create document. You don't have to pick book, you just create document. Okay, File, New, and then create a new document. You can also press Control N, okay, or Command N. So I'm going to change the units to inches. I'm going to pick 7.5 inch times 7 inch, depends on your book document size. For me it is 7.5 times 7. I'm going to name it as TOC, right, which is stands for table of content. I'm going to put column to 3 column because I like 3 columns, maybe 2 columns, right, for this. I'm not going to touch on margin. I'm going to set it as default, right. I'm going to make sure that facing pages is ticked, right, and I'm going to put 40 pages for this. You may have more than 40 pages, you may have less, but as the requirement states in the assignment, it is 40 pages, so you can just do 40 pages. If you need to add more pages, you can simply add using the pages tab just now. So let's create one. So what you have here is 40 pages, a document that have 40 pages, right? So bear in mind that in Adobe Illustrator, the first page is not cover, right? The first page is the back of the cover, right? You have a book, and at the back of the front cover, this is the page, right? For me, I want to put the table of content on that first page, right? So you can go to the pages tab here and click on it, and then you will see there are 40 pages. Okay, so this is the back of front cover. This is back of the back cover. The rest are the insides, which is the content, right? So simply like that. So the first thing that we need to do in order to create table of content is to know the chapters that you want to do, okay, that you want to do in your book. So we have discussed this previously. So as for me, this is what I have, right? So you could have this first in Microsoft Word, okay, or you can just type it like this, okay. Or you don't have to type it actually, you just have it somewhere, right? This is the final one, so I'm going to delete it, right? Then what you need to do, okay, you need to add the pages, right? So for example, copyright is in page 2, so this is page 1. What you need to do, you just have to type, okay, using type tool, you just have to type copyright and put it somewhere that you want. Okay, for me, I like it to be at the top like this without any decoration. I can add decoration later, so as of now I'm just going to put it here. You can do somewhere here, right? You can even align it. Okay, say for example you align it to the left, you can do so as well like this, right? But for me, I prefer it to be in the middle at the top, right? So for each of these pages here, okay, you just roughly put how many pages you need for the living with crayons, okay, maybe story number 1, how many you need for the story number 2, and then what you need to do is to assign all of these text into their appropriate pages. Okay, so for example, learning to design is in page 15. You just jump to page 15 here and then type learning to design. Okay, you can even give it colors if you want. Okay, but as for this purpose, I'm just going to let it go as simple as possible. So I've completed all those wordings, okay, which is title. I've completed that on their specific pages. All right. So quite simply, what you need to do soon after is to design this first page, which is the table of content. I just put the logo and I put some kind of decoration here. You can put this later as well. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm just gonna, okay, there, I'm gonna put it later. So now, quite simply, what you have to do, you go to layout, right, and then you go to table of content, and then after that, initially it will look like this left side will be empty. Okay, this is setting for the table of content. The left side will be empty, right? You can actually create your own new style somewhere here, which you probably can um, pick what kind of fonts you want, what kind of spacing and all that. But for this purpose, I'm just gonna keep it simple. I'm just gonna put, say for example, no paragraph style. I'm just gonna pick it. I'm gonna add it to the left. Okay, I'm not going to change anything. You can do some changes if you want, but for this purpose, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just gonna put it there. Then I click OK. Once you click OK, you will notice that your mouse has this kind of markings, right? So this marking is the table of content. um, it detects the words that you put, okay, on each pages from page 1 until page 40. So when you click, okay, on the first page or any kind of page, it will automatically generate, okay. Sorry, not this one. You have to put, you have to pick basic paragraph, okay, there, and then you click OK, and then you click, and then it is there, right? All of the wordings that you put on each specific page, okay, will be automatically added over there. Okay, so let's check. Okay, let's check one by one. Of course, the design is not really pretty right now because when we did uh, table of content just now, we did not change any kind of style. We didn't assign any style. You can do uh, here, or you can do it later, which I will show you how to. Right. So let's check junior designer. Okay, the chapter or the topic is in page 32. Let's jump to page 32. Okay, there. Right, there it is. So we can assume that everything is correctly assigned. All you need to do right now is to clean up this table of content. Right. So you're going to do the design that is similar to what we saw just now. Okay. So I don't need these content words. It usually automatically added. So I'm just going to delete. I'm going to start with copyright. Okay. And then here I'm going to give it a space. Here I'm going to give it a space by pressing enter. Sorry, it's here. And then here also I'm going to press space, or not space, sorry, enter. Press enter, and it will create a space in between. Right. But then when you see here, the number of pages, it's a bit here and there. It's a bit like as this kind of, it's not nice basically, right? So we want to make it nice. So you simply can do this. Okay, you double click on the text box, and then you go. Okay, not as close as the number there. Okay, but try to go somewhere. Okay, oh sorry, you can go here. And then after that you can press, if I'm not mistaken, if I still remember, shift tab. Okay, shift tab. So what it does, it will shift the number to the edge of the text box. Okay, so let's try again. Okay, click and then put it at the number 3 there. Okay, or any number that you have. Shift and then tab key, tab key. It will go there. Okay, let's do it for the whole table of content. Okay, click and then shift tab, click and shift tab. So this is how we clean up the table of content. Right, let's do it all the way. There. Okay, so the interesting thing about this is that it will follow the shape of the text box. So if you were to shrink your text box, what you can do, okay, what it does, it will assign, okay, or align it based on the age of the text box. So I don't want it to be too big like this of a box, because I still want people to still look at the title here, and then they can easily see which one is which, right? Another thing that I want to clean up is I actually don't want any page assigned to the title of a chapter. Okay, I'm just going to delete this one. Okay, all right, and then I'm going to give the whole font a different font and not using Minion Pro like this. So perhaps we can use how about Futura. Okay, let's try with Futura Medium. 12, I don't want 12, I want it to be a bit smaller, maybe 10 there. And for each title, I want it to be bold. Bold. This one is bold, and the other one is bold as well. Okay, not just bold, but I want a different color as well. So I can go to swatches. Alright, I'm just going to simply pick the default color that they have it here, which is cyan, magenta, and perhaps green, yeah, like so. Right, so I'm quite happy with this. um, let's align it truly in the middle. So what you can do, you can click on it and then go to properties, and then you get just scroll down, and then make sure you pick a line here, pick a line to page, align to page, and then pick, okay, align to vertical center, and then align to horizontal center, but it's too close, and then I'm just going to shift it down a little bit like so. Okay, by pressing arrow key, down arrow key. Right. So we still have a few things to do. I'm going to add a little bit of design at the Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. I'm going to use Shape tool. Let's try. Mm, okay, let's try Shape tool. This one I'm going to put somewhere like so. Okay, I don't want it to have any stroke, so I'm gonna pick none in terms of stroke, but I want it to be in yellow color. Now it is in front of the text. I'm going to right click, or if you use laptop, double click, and then arrange send to back. Okay, and then we can copy and paste, okay, to the other. Okay, maybe somewhere a little bit bigger like that. Okay, another one. And then all three of them, right click, arrange send to back. Okay, right, so now for example, okay, you are writing in this topic living with crayon, which is on page 7. Let's jump to page 7. Okay, you write, and then after that you feel that, oh, I need more pages, right? So this cartoon and comic, which is another topic after that, you can shift it to the another page, which is previously in page 10. Now it is shifted in page 11. All right, so when you shift, okay, mm, obviously in the table of content this should show page 11 instead of page 10, but right now let's look at it. It is still okay in page 10. So what you can do to update the table of content, you can click, okay, the table of content over here. You go to layout and then you click update table of contents. So what will happen is that cartoons and comics from page 10, it will automatically change to page 11. Okay, there. Right. But somehow the design um, changed to a original, right? Probably a good idea um, to finish all the writing. Okay, then only at the last part, okay, you add the star. Okay, so I'm gonna revert back. Okay, so design everything first, write everything first. Don't worry about the style. Make sure you organize the pages correctly first. Then only you update the content and then design the table of content last. Okay. So I guess that is what you should do. You should do. Okay. All right. So that is on table of content. So I hope that this tutorial is going to help you. Right. This is how the professionals do it whenever they want to do any kind of publication design like books, magazine, or newspaper. Right. So till we meet again in another tutorial. Thank you. Bye bye.